Hi, this video is about capacitors in DC circuits. So a capacitor stores electrical charge. The most commonly used kind is a parallel plate capacitor, which involves two separate conductor plates separated by an insulating dielectric. When current flows into a capacitor and it reaches its full capacity, it then acts like an open circuit element. When there is more than one capacitor connected in a circuit, the total capacitance can be calculated with the following equations. The total energy that can be stored by any capacitor is determined by the following formula. The most basic form of a capacitor circuit involves a resistor. The numerical value of resistance and capacitance also determines the time it takes for the current to stop flowing in the circuit. There are two phases for capacitors in a DC circuit, charging and discharging phase. When the charge and discharging phase are graphed, we can see a visual representation of the trend that occurs from the change in voltage and current in the capacitor. During the charging phase of a series circuit, the voltages across the capacitor and the resistor can be found at any time using the following formulas. When the time is exactly equal to one time constant, we can solve the previous equations to become this. We can then see that after tau seconds, the capacitor has already been charged to 63% of its final value, and the voltage across the resistor has dropped to 37% of its initial value. After 5 time constants have passed, the voltage across the capacitor will essentially be equal to the source voltage, and the voltage across the resistor will be 0. Current across the capacitor in a series circuit at any time is given by the equation. Again, we can also see that after 5 time constants, current no longer flows in the circuit. In the discharging phase, the voltages and current across the capacitor can be found at any time with the following formulas. In a DC capacitor circuit, there is usually a switch present for easy charging and discharging. If the switch is open, then the capacitor will have the highest electrical potential and will discharge, making a current flow in the opposite direction.